day 2 in Saint-Tropez. Leah's here. She's in her market outfit. So today we're going to the market and we're going to take you along with us to all the different things. I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of cute shopping, bopping, food, hats, vintage clothing, and it's going to be amazing. So we're going to do that, and then we have reservations at Shalona, which is like a very popular clubby bar dinner lunch thing. So that's what I'll be wearing, my Missoni skirt. And then we'll see where the night takes us. Yay, day 2. Today's market look, I'm wearing these cute Sandro crochet shorts that I had thrifted back in the summertime. If you've been with me, I've basically just been thrifting for this trip exactly all summer, winter long. This top is from Zara. It's super cute because in the back, it's kind of backless, little halter. I did have to pin it a little bit because like the shorts were showing, but it's fine. And then it's a bit chilly, not gonna lie. So I threw on a little sweater over the shoulders, but I probably will try to hide that for pictures. And then I'm stealing my friend's sunglasses because they're fun and cute. And then I'm just wearing a little gladiator from Sam Edelman. Let's see. I love it. So to be completely transparent, I did not think this market was going to be worth a video in itself, but it is. So no proper intro. Hi, I was on vacation in the south of France, Saint-Tropez, exactly. And there's this huge market they do every Saturday and Tuesday. And luckily we were there for Saturday, so we ended up going and spending 5 hours here. And we didn't even go to every single booth. We just went to here, there, everywhere. We ended up like splitting up at a certain point because, you know, one girl wants this, one girl wants that. I'm here with my 2 best friends from New York City. We ended up going to quite a few different booths. I really loved this first one that we went to with clothing. A lot of them had accessories, tourisms type of things. You'll see more as we keep going, but this booth was hand sewn, handmade by a mother-daughter duo. So I think some of these things are secondhand. I think some of them are sewn fresh. Like they were telling me this sailor set, they've seen it on Instagram all the way out in the Hamptons, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And they don't have an Instagram, they don't have a website, so there's no way to shop unless you're there, unless you know someone that knows how to get it or whatever. But they say all we tell everyone is we're the booth across the street from the market with all the clothes. And here we are. And we were having a time in here. We even went ahead and tried everything on. They had like a little setup in the truck of a car, and we were able to try things on. But Leah ended up getting this one, and the seamstress was like, can I take a photo? Because she sources all of the fabrication from like drapes, things like that, and turns them into cool 2-piece sets. And Jordan almost got this one, but decided it was a little too bright for her. I personally was obsessed with this idea of a dress. So I liked the idea of like wearing it open, wearing it, you know, shut. And I was like, if I didn't have my peplum top, you know, this would be much more flattering. I tried on another option they handed me, but I felt like the flutter and the armhole was just not quite right for me. So I went with the other more mandarin collared one, and it was beautiful. It was a little bit on the pricier end, but I do a haul at the end. So keep staying tuned because I couldn't help but want to style all these clothes that I find here. So as we know, I've been looking for some jewelry, some things to like add to my collection, and I thought these were really beautiful, but I couldn't tell if they were that great of quality. At places like this, farmers markets, flea markets, it can be hard to tell what the quality is, if it's just branded nicely, if it's just displayed well, or if it's actually great quality and you're getting a good deal. And like, for instance, this booth, completely all this stuff is like straight from factories. There's no hand sewing here going on, but this stuff is cute. It's beautiful. Like this is a knockoff from the Zimmerman sets. Like I think these went viral this summer and they're fine, but the quality, yeah, the hand feel's not great. The fit, the way these are all digitally printed, they're not the highest of quality. So I fortunately am able to detect that being a clothing fashion designer, but I can see how something like this booth would be super drawn into. And I was even intrigued. I was like, what can we get here? But then these other ones that are a little bit more ornate, like this stuff is well made. It's very unique. We have hand sewn buttons. We have hand cut blouses. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy to spot, but also I was like, do I need to pay $10 for this sunglass? And then I thought, no, I do not. I tried on a pair of Laura Piana sunglasses. They are $900, but I can't stop thinking about them. But like, I can't spend $900 on a pair of sunglasses that I'll probably drop. Anyway, back to reality. Loving this charm necklace, loving this booth in general. Look at all these gorgeous charms. Look at all these gorgeous bags. So fun, raffia. So Saint-Tropez. We did find that these were huge. So we passed on them at the time, and then we were like, we might come back. And then we found a booth of just linen clothing. Linen pants, linen dresses, linen tops. I tried on these pants.
so many different pants of these, and I ended up falling so in love with them. I left behind the satin, but I also am like, dang, maybe I should have got satin too. Like, these are so cute. The dressing room situation is similar to any flea market where it's up to the booth owner, like, how are they letting you try on? I just put stuff over my pants, and then I kept getting the dirt on the stupid stuff, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, madam. And I was like, I don't know. Like, where do I hold everything? Like, give me a dressing room, you know? But also, listen to me. These pants are so cute. I did buy both. Again, try on haul coming. You'll see. I kind of liked these skirts with the jersey waistbands because they gave me like Throwback Thursday vibes slash kind of gaucho slash comfortable. Just keeping in mind, but they did not look good on. These vanity puffy bags just have a weakness to me. Like, the patterns are so beautiful, they're so fun, but I did not need, so we passed. This reminds me so much of my grandma or my mom. I don't know. I know we had these in the house where they were like the heart jewelry shell things, and I kind of wanted to get one just for that, but we passed on that too. As far as trends are concerned, the scarf is the moment. I loved this fun, cute one, but I also was like, I have a lot of scarves. I don't really need anything. And then I stumbled upon this cute rack of kind of souvenirs, like giving Saint-Tropez, giving comfort, and I loved it. I tried it on, and then I come to find out it's cash only, which I knew probably would happen, but all the other stores, they were tapping for Venmo, tapping for card, so I was just like, whatever. But look at all the cute garments they have. I feel like this was potentially a boutique that's just really well merchandised, but at the end of the day, the clothes were really cute. I just, yeah, couldn't put down a card, so I had to walk away. I could have gone and grabbed cash. There are like little areas to do that, but it just felt like too much at the time. And honestly, I think I'm a lazy shopper. Like, if I can't just like put the card down and buy it, I'm over it. I thought these pants were really pretty with the side fringe, but they were way too short. And also, I just bought 2 pairs of pants, so I didn't need them. And then this striped pair of pants were really cool with kind of this tie moment. So this is the top. I was like, oh, I'll get that. It was like 50 euros. Couldn't do it. So now I think I just need to design one that's similar. Don't you think? Anyway, loving the fall content coming out. So there was so much fall wardrobes and sweatshirts and everything because apparently turns out this was the last weekend of the season. So technically, to people in Saint-Tropez, we're basically fully in fall. And that's why it was a little chilly. It was like brisk in the morning, brisk at night. But it was so hot during the day. I was like, I guess everyone is ready for fall, but I can't believe they're selling fur jackets, faux fur jackets, by the way, in Saint-Tropez and cashmere and all these things. Like, we're literally standing on sand, but it was cute. I liked it. It was a vibe. Another booth where I liked the designs, but I also was looking a little closer and I was just like, I don't know. They're not that well made. Like, that was just like a printed style, like some of these things, they just weren't that well made, but they were cute, so I got some design ideas.
A raffia bag. And then Leah's thinking this one. So cute. Did you get them all?
It's really chic though.
Do we need le hat?
Those are nice.
So fun.
Wait, oh, I love that. That's so pretty.
Obsessed. So cute.
Obsessed.
I almost gave up looking for the vintage, but I didn't give up, and we're here.
Now that I've been to the market, I know the vintage is in the back. So there is a long row of trees and vendors, and you can go straight from the street to the back and towards the left. And that's where it was at the time. All of these different booths, a lot of stuff is high end. It was a little bit on the pricier end as far as I remember. I feel like things were like 60, 70 euros, which of course in US dollars, that's more expensive in US dollars. So I was trying to be frugal, and I knew we were going to go to Paris and take an entire day thrifting and secondhand shopping, more of the affordable stores. So I didn't want to go too crazy here. And also, I was getting so hot. Like, I was cold in the morning, but now I'm sweating. But a lot of these items were really cute, and this whole store was really nice. And honestly, like, look at the vibe of this store owner. I want to be like her, reading a book, being so nonchalant, so cute. Loved that. Honestly, the more I go to events like this, like flea markets, Manhattan Vintage Week, etc., I'm like, why don't I make myself a booth and just test it out? Like, what would that look like? Should I try it? I don't know. I might have to look into doing something like that in New York City just because how fun. Also, how fun, this Chanel bag with the Eiffel Tower on it. Are you kidding me? It was $4K, or else I would have been there all day. You already know.
Back from the market, and I got some goodies. Okay, so first thing I got is this dress, which I love. I think I'm gonna also wear it as a top, so I'll have to style it when I get back to New York City, or I might even wear it like in Paris. But I loved the buttons on here, and just this like designer and seamstress that worked the booth, just super lovely women. I ended up not knowing which color to get for the bottoms, so I got both the tan, which I don't think is a bad idea because they were 45 euros, which I think means like $55. And then I also got the white, which these are definitely more sheer. I wish there were pockets, but I'm not gonna be greedy because they're gorgeous. And then I love the hem as well with more of that frayed look. And then not lastly, who am I to say? And then I got this gorgeous Saint-Tropez bag. So this is a handmade raffia bag, and the booth was so nice. Like there's so many of these Saint-Tropez bags that are kind of giving like super tourist and bulk production, but I don't believe, I mean, they could have swindled us, but I don't believe that this was swindled, and I think it's so nice. Also, it zips inside and it has pockets. So really, really cute and full of memories for me. And then actually lastly, I got a necklace. So this is so pretty, and I don't know, like it was 45 euro, which is kind of a lot, but I loved the colors and the charm. So I thought I just had to get it. Isn't it so fun? So me. And that's it. Yay! Well, friends, I'm back so soon. I swear it was like the longest yet shortest trip ever, and suddenly it's September. But I wanted to do the haul of the farmer's market. Why don't we get into it? Step one, I'll use it on all my beach trips, right? So I'll style this with my new pants. So I actually bought 2 pairs because I couldn't decide. As you saw, I tried on a bunch. I ended up with the white because I've been looking for a pair of white pants for like 2 years now. Unfortunately, I wore them with flip-flops in the rain, so the backs got a little bit splattered, so I need to wash these, but I had to do the haul before I head out again, and I can keep up with the content. Like, I want to get it out, and I feel like I've been just like blasting it on Instagram, so I'm like, let's not get anyone too bored from my summery type of vibe and get into fall, because I have fall fashion week to do too, and fall fashion week is happening right now, and I never even did last fashion week. Not fall fashion week, it's spring fashion week right now, and I never even got to last fashion week, so I'm just like feeling like time is flowing and I can't keep up. But I'm excited to keep sharing things with you. I'm gonna style these both different ways. I went with like the off-white kind of flaxseed type of look, and then just the pure white, and I'm obsessed with them. So I wore this exact outfit in Saint-Tropez, which you'll see it in my vlog because you are going to subscribe. I just know you are. And then you're going to have to come along with all the Paris and the Saint-Tropez and the blah, blah, blah. So clearly the cutest thing on earth. I wish it had pockets, but I'm kind of glad it doesn't, just because they would just like droop and sag and like be a mess anyway, so it's fine. And then I'm wearing this little t-shirt from Zara that I love. I think it's just so interesting. It's like a cape type of vibe, which I don't love condoning Zara, but sometimes some of the knits, like they're just easy peasy, and what's a girl to do? I was in there for work, and so then I'm gonna do a little doodly dee with the scarf. So I've gotten this kind of figured out. We have our scarf on our head, then we have our bag. And then I'm just going to throw on a little sandal. While I was there, I had different sandals, but now that I have all my sandals, I'm going to do black. These are my Coach sandals I thrifted, and then I had to re-glue them down. So I hate that that happens, but I love the kind of like detailing on them. And that is the look. Like, how cool are these like super wide leg pants? And I'm telling you, so comfortable, 100% linen. So good. So in love with the finds. Okay, so then I'm going to just style my tan ones, and I have both options. I have like a white woven blouse that could be cute, and I could do kind of my fun new jewelry because I did get a fun necklace, or I could go kind of this gauzy type of route. I think since I just did all like a white outfit, I'll do a little something fun, something different. And I have yet to wear this. I thrifted it a few years ago now, and it's just so boho, and I didn't have white pants for 2 summers, so now I do. Okay, so cute. I just love like the bottom of the hem. It's kind of this faux fray because it is seamed together, you know, which I think it just like, it's gonna keep so well. It looks so chic and cute. So I love the tan color too. I'm glad I got both. Don't think I need this. Maybe I need the hat. Like very Saint-Tropez. I don't know. Is this outfit crazy? I'm a little out of it. I'm catching up at work and late nights. But this is pretty cute. Do-da-do, you know, she's on vacation. You get the vibe. Like, the pants are amazing. And the brand was a Millennium. I don't know how they set up, if it's the same way every week. This was like kind of in the middle. You just kind of wander and find. So I don't know that I would be able to like say like, go down this road and that road and then you'll find Millennium. But it's called Millennium. They might have a website. If they do, I'll link it. So then next market find is this gorgeous dress. So I did wear this when I thrifted in the Marché, and I felt so cool girl because I wore it kind of opened as a top, and I was like, I'm chic, I'm cute and fun. And then I got this necklace, and this one is like these fun charms, right? So good, so cute. So let's try those on. Like, honestly, how cool girl am I? Even with these big pants, like so flowy, feels very like yogi instructor or something. Like if you saw me, you'd be like, that girl doesn't live in Manhattan. Okay, my camera's gonna die. God damn it. Okay, so how I wore it in the Marché is kind of buttoned up like this, but I'm gonna show you as a dress as well because I think that was the initial intention. But what we're gonna do is put on these new jeans that I got from And Other Stories, and I'm kind of like, how do I do a haul? Because technically I have a Saint-Tropez vlog, Saint-Tropez video like this where I'm doing my farmer's market. Then I'm gonna have a Paris vlog, and then I'm gonna have a Paris thrift with me. But things like that weren't in there. Do I do them at the end of the vlogs, like as try-on hauls still? Or should I put shopping all in one? Like, anyway, I'm putting these here because I love them. They're my new favorite jeans from And Other Stories. I got a size 20, I got a size US 4, European 36. And I have, I think, similar in black, and I got the US 34 US 2, or this European 34 US 2, and they are so tight, but these are like a perfect amount, so I'll have to link these. I bet they're still online, kind of their fall thing. So anyway, I'm gonna put these on. Okay, so how cool. And these have pockets. This dress was like, oh, those pants, by the way, were like $55 and 43 euros. I was like, okay, give me 2. That's what I was thinking. So anyhow, these are my Sam Edelman shoes that I got early before my trip from Macy's. I'll have to link them. I love them. I'm gonna buy them in a black as well. They have inside cushion, and then they're like a very soft leather, and I had no like blisters. And if you know me, I am a blister girl, and I had no blisters. There's a little bit of a heel, so it just like isn't flat-footed. So comfy. So I was just so comfortable all day wearing this thrifting. So you'll have to check out that video once it comes out, so subscribe. And this is what I did. I was like a cool girl about the town, you know? Kind of this long dress vibe. But how pretty is it on? Like, I am obsessed with the little buttons. It's so pretty. And like the princess seams. Like, I'm a princess. All right, so this is a very sheer, like, lawn type of voile cotton, so it's literally see-through. But I have been seeing so much of this moment. Ready? Little scarf on the hip, kind of gathering of like a long dress, a long denim, something like that, and just cinching in at the lower waist like this. So we're gonna do it too, because what do? We do trends, but without purchasing everything. I feel like this is cute. Like, it's kind of niche, you know, but I think it's definitely a thing. And then I'm gonna put this on my head because I'm like so cute. Like, I'm so nonchalant like this, you know? I'm so nonchalant. I look like a lady who lunches, you know? Like, I look very elegant, chic, like well-dressed. This is such an easy outfit for like any age. So not something I would have ever spent $158 on or whatever. Probably being in New York City and like seeing it on the streets, but it felt like a special thing to do, and I loved all of the behind the scenes of it. And you know, the woman who was selling it, her mom, she was like, let me take a picture of everyone who buys something in there. We all bought something from the tent, so it was so cute. And we, like, as you saw, changing in the back of their van, like, so funny. But I'm glad we were able to, because I was able to size up, and the armholes here could use like a 1/2 inch drop, but that's okay. It's still super cute. But that's it. Oh, my necklace. You guys got the picture, right? Like, you know I'm gonna be stacking this on some kind of all white outfit. This was like $60, which is kind of a lot, but it's just so me. Like, and all these charms, I don't know. It felt right in the moment. So I spent a good chunk of money there, and then I spent a good chunk of money in Saint-Tropez, just at the souvenir shops of everywhere we went to, because everything has merch, and it's all so expensive. I'm kind of like, maybe I'll show that here. When would I show that? I'll just show it quick, just in case. So the other things that I bought in Saint-Tropez are like gear. So at Lulu, my favorite day, I'm still thinking about it, it's my new like home screen, is this Lulu cafe, and I have all these like goodies that I got at the Paris pharmacies, but it's this just like terry cloth makeup bag, toiletry bag, so cute with the like handle, and inside it has wipeable, you know, fabrication, some pockets, a little Lulu X whatever the heck kind of thing. And so there was a great pop-up there, and I just like, I went for it. It was $125. No, I don't, my credit card's maxed. And then at like Club 55, much more reasonable prices-ish, actually no. This was $80, but I justified it because I recently went to the Hamptons and I wasn't able to get a good bag to fit too much, and I didn't want to do a suitcase. So I ended up having to carry like 3 bags, and that was just too much. So this is gonna be a really nice big bag with a zipper. Again, the zipper, I cannot emphasize how important is needed, and I actually ended up needing this to get on the airplane, because I'll tell you so much, at CDG I was sweating, crying, throwing up, because I put all my toiletries, shoes, and electronics in my carry-on, my jewelry, everything heavy, in my carry-on bags for no reason other than the fact that I felt like they were breakable or valuable. And then in my checked bag that I shipped off to the freaking downstairs, hardback, could have fit the things, like would never have gone over, it was probably like 19 pounds, full of all my clothes, all my surf finds and stuff. So I had to put all my jewelry on, put all my electronics in my pockets, put on 3 jackets that I had like in here in the club, and I was sweating, and I was like, I'm not spending $100 to check a bag when I have no reason to. So I ended up getting it down to 12 pounds or whatever, and they were like, okay, it's fine, like get out of here. So I left, and I was like, never ever again. And if you ever go, just know, everything heavy, you as a human being, even if you're a little tiny like me, you still, it doesn't matter. It's like your carry-on luggage has to be low. I'm like, what a money grab, and how freaking annoying. But we made it through, and we have our items, and I didn't pay $100 for that. That would have sent me over the edge after all these other extravagant purchases that I did. But honestly, no regrets, money comes back. Hopefully these videos blow out of the water and you guys like and subscribe so I make a little more money on YouTube this month. If you see me posting 100 million things, like, you know that the card's due soon, so I'm trying to make some extra money. But thank you guys so much for being here and watching and following along, especially if you're here to the end. Hopefully I wasn't just like nude half of that standing there. But that will be the end of today's video. A little out of order because timing. My grandfather passed away, my biological grandfather. So I'm flying out to Colorado for a celebration of life and to see family. And, you know, it is what it is. He lived a great life. He was 83. I don't know if I should get into the details. Like, I don't, but that's what we're up to. So please subscribe. And thanks so much for supporting me. I'll see you guys in my next one. Love you. Bye.